and faint now. Why pudding? You don't know
So
this.
she clap and faint.
you have to clap and faint.
Sorry.
I'm the real Michael Jackson. Good morning, everybody. Hope you are having a good day. And hope you had a great week.
Yes.
Hope you have a better weekend. If you're an Arsenal fan, we pray for you.
We hope you don't faint.
Yeah, we pray for you. Great things can happen. I've seen David defeat Goliath, so anything is possible. If you're a Barcelona fan, you should be grateful. The weekend is looking good. If you're a Nigerian fan, well, all I can tell you that we don't have very good news. Well, we have one good news, but some other news are not good coming out of Kenya. But we hope for better news today because 200 meters is today, and we hope for better news. So
okay.
That's the beginning of locker room.
Please, messages can be sent to our WhatsApp number 0809 444 0981.
We're streaming live on YouTube as well. youtube.com/smooth981FM Lagos. And Tega has just given you a special dance for our YouTube watchers and viewers.
All right, let's start with this one. Now, the Nigerian national team was heard at the World Under-20 Championships for the first time in 13 years when the Under-20 team won gold in the mixed 4x400 final with the fastest time in history, clocking 3 minutes 19.70 seconds in the penultimate event on day 1 of the World Under-20 Championships taking place in Nairobi, Kenya. Okpeyemi Oke, remember that name, who ran a fine third leg before handing over to Ajayi in the second place, said, "I wasn't really disappointed with my heat earlier in the day. I just wanted to run the race of my life to enable my country to win gold." Shout out to you, girl.
Yeah, she tried, but Ajayi was the one that really capped it off. He took the baton in second leg and then he defeated Poland. So you have to understand that if you've been watching the Olympics or the World Championships recently, the Polish with this relay, and the way they've been coming up in sprints recently, it's shocking. So they are a good team, and for some reason they have been developing that part of their game, and so for us to come in, I know people say, but Tega, we used to dominate. I get them before Nobel property. We have to have it now. So for Ajayi to come in, and it was the Polish team that we defeated to come in first place and get gold. That was a good deal. However, you expected that to translate into some medals, at least because this is the under-20 number one, and you expect that Nigeria will dominate somehow in sprints. They haven't. 100 meters was yesterday. Men and women's final was bad. So for the women, we finished 4th. For the men, we finished 8th. That was Godson Brume, who is younger brother to Essie Brume. So not really good news there, because I was so excited when we got to the finals. I was like, yes, this could be it. It wasn't it. So we wait to see what 200 meters will do for us today.
I think we're doing pretty well in the mixed relays. We could have. Did you see that comedy of the Olympics?
Yeah, that was it. So again, even they are. So this one was great. This was fantastic.
Who was the last leg on this one?
It was Ajayi. So these are all younger guys. These are different. Okay. But I hope so that's the problem. So you see the guys you saw for other countries, you will watch them progress. You will watch them grow. We cannot guarantee that for the Nigerians. That is the problem. But the good news is that some of us are moving out. Nselbon, she also ran this leg. I think she took the second leg. She took the second leg and then she handed over the baton. She was even leading before she handed over to Okpeyemi. She's now been Baylor University has drafted her. Baylor University is the one who trained Michael Jordan. It's the school Michael Jordan went to. Michael Johnson went to. So
but you see,
and then Trayvon Brumel.
I have mixed feelings about this, and that's what I was going to say about why we don't see them progress. Because the moment they get to a certain level, they change nationality.
They have to. Here they've made it harder now to switch nationalities. Now, if you switch nationalities at senior level, you have to wait 3 years without competition. Yes, right. Because so they've made it a little harder. So if you switch, you just know that you are going to be on pause. But they have to. If you're talking about having to go abroad, the infrastructure is not here. Whether we can say buy Nigeria. No, infrastructure is not here. So they have to go. Kneel down in the corner, Ayo.
Open your mouth. Guys.
But yeah,
Days.
so really, so good one for us. For me, once I see the athletes able to get into a US college,
Yeah.
because on athletics, they grow from there. They
Yes,
tend
yes,
to
they do.
get better from there. So let's see how it pans out.
I'm so happy
for
about
her.
that country thing.
Yeah.
At least that's the only way Nigerians will stay in Nigeria. Top ranked Ashley Barty powered into the Cincinnati Masters quarterfinal 6-0, 6-2, 6-love, 6-2 over Victoria Azarenka on Thursday. So this is tennis now.
Yeah.
She said, I was able to look at my own service games pretty well. Sometimes a scoreline in tennis can fool you. Even though it was quite a convincing score for most of that match, each and every game there were crucial points.
Yeah, so huge one for Ashley Barty. Again, Victoria Azarenka, her career really suffered a lot, especially when she after she had the baby, and then herself and her ex had to struggle for that. There was a fight, there was a custody battle, and for a while she couldn't play. She hasn't really recovered from that. She hasn't really gotten back into the swing of things, and that's where personal life decisions can just overtake your career. So a Victoria Azarenka, yes, she's getting older. Ashley Barty is 25, she's in her 30s, but the way she has really gone down in her performance, she had an upward progression before the baby came. And it looked like when she came back, she was going to be able to play at that level, but she had to stop because of the custody battle. Because if she traveled, her baby was gone. So those kind of things actually do cause trouble, and unfortunately for her, this is what she's paying off. But she did put up a fight, like Ashley Barty said. You look at that scoreline: 6-love in the first set, 6-2 in the second set, and you begin to think that she really didn't give any fights, but she did. For Ashley Barty, every point was a fight. Every single point. It's just that she came out victorious. So it was much more a struggle than the scoreline indicated. But Victoria Azarenka is out. Ashley Barty moves forward. In other news, Gabriela Muguruza was knocked out by informed Krejcikova. That woman, since she won the French Open, Krejcikova has just been, her progression has been going up. It's not down.
Yeah.
You look at the lineup of women tennis players, and you can just say that's a tough one to face. And she's progressing. So Krejcikova faces Ashley Barty next, and because of the way Ashley Barty has been struggling with her first serves, that match can go either ways. Also last night, Naomi Osaka
Tell us.
was knocked out by Tekman. Yeah. World number 76 knocked out Naomi Osaka. She struggled against Coco Gauff in her own game, but she eventually came out victorious. But last night she wasn't so fortunate. It was unforced errors upon unforced errors, and you could see her visibly get frustrated. So her game wasn't together. So it's not that Tekman played the most brilliant of tennis. Tekman just stayed in the fight and outlasted Naomi Osaka. That's what happened. That just allowed Naomi Osaka's 41 unforced errors to take her out. So for that was it for her. But this was supposed to be a tournament in the build-up to the US Open to kind of gauge her progress and where she really is. It doesn't mean that if she gets to the US Open, she cannot perform. But based on this, then she can say, you know what, we still have a lot of work to do. And so she's out of the tournament. Tekman progresses. We can only hope that at the US Open, Naomi will get back to being the Naomi Osaka that was really dominant. So women's tennis going on really well. Men's tennis, though, shocker for me, Matteo Berrettini was knocked out in straight sets by Felix Auger-Aliassime. Now, I know Felix Auger-Aliassime is one of the guys that are looking forward to defeat people, but Matteo Berrettini, he's a high flyer. Straight sets, it wasn't anything. And I know that the weather is affecting them, the humidity and all, but Matteo Berrettini looked out of sorts yesterday. Tsitsipas finally made it through yesterday. Medvedev made it through yesterday. So some of the usual suspects are still in. Sasha Zverev has been having a pretty easy tournament. Also made it through in straight sets, convincingly so. But wait to see how this men's own will turn out. For me, I will not judge how good these guys are until they are in the tournament with let me not call big three now because Roger is kind of on his way out. Until they're in a tournament with the big two that are left, Nadal and Djokovic, and they still find a way to dominate, then I'd be impressed. For now, we'll just take their fantastic tennis and see whether it turns into good results.
All right, so just quickly, Onoche says, I don't know why Naomi is losing lately. She should just go on a hiatus from the game and return later.
Right.
That's it. Hiatus that she took that we are in this problem.
So let's talk about,
Yeah.
let's talk about Dewale on YouTube says, what of Serena? She doesn't play all the pre-tournaments anymore.
She if in fact even before Serena didn't always play this tournament or all these tournaments. She used to come out for the majors, so ideally she would have come out for Cincinnati too. But she pretty much used to pick her and choose her tournaments. But now that she's over 30, almost 40 to be precise, she has the choice of not featuring, and she's still recovering from that injury. So you have to remember she's injured. She's trying to recover from that injury. You see how Federer gauged the injury and decided that he needed a third surgery.
Yeah.
A third surgery in just 2 years. Serena's,
older you get,
the body
the longer it
doesn't
takes to
recover
heal.
like that. Yeah.
All right, then good question by Lawal Olamilekon saying, is there female Formula One?
Is there women's Formula One?
Women's.
Yes. Well, it's not called Formula One. So there's the W Series for women.
Oh,
Yes.
Interesting. Thank you for that. Now, Arsenal's troubled starts to the Premier League season could get worse before it gets better as they prepare to host Chelsea this weekend. In a stark contrast to the mood at Chelsea, who will probably hand a second debut to new £97 million striker Romelu Lukaku this weekend. I've done a full pre-season for now. I just want to get to know my teammates better, is what the Belgium striker said. And he continues, the English game is different, but for me, it's not something new. Whatever plan the coach has, I can adapt myself and help the team.
Yes, you better adapt yourself because you've been here before in Manchester United. You saw how your first touch became a thing. So you better adapt yourself because the people that started the trolling and the banter before you left, they've not gone anywhere. They are waiting. They are waiting to type. In fact, the drafts have been set. So you determine whether it's deleted or it's posted. So you better get ready. The English game is harsh, it's unforgiving. And that's what the English game is. They spend so much money on you, they give you so much publicity, you better shine. Because that spotlight is going to be on you. So you determine whether you're there to enjoy it or whether you're there to hate it. But huge deal for Arsenal this weekend. Real struggle. It's recently come out that Lacazette and Aubameyang missed the first match of the season because of COVID. So before I was wondering what illness that they had, that why you holding this information. So it's COVID related issues. But regardless of that, they still seem to be struggling on every front. And to come up against an informed Chelsea side, and I know sometimes Arsenal will face Chelsea, and that's the day that Chelsea will lose. So it has happened in the recent past. Chelsea will be in great form, they face Arsenal, and the rivalry will just dictate that Arsenal wins. However, the odds are leaning heavily in favor of Thomas Tuchel's Chelsea side. So I was going to try to give the analysis and the breakdown, but we are going to leave that to you. So I don't want just predictions today. Today I is going to give you a number. You're going to call us
01 after this break. 0144. But take note of this number. I'll start again. 0144 89981.
Good. So you come up and give us your preview. Again, there are rules to this thing. Your preview should be done in 1 minute.
Yeah.
Your preview should be done in 1 minute, and it should contain who would win at the end of the day. Arsenal versus Chelsea this weekend. Who takes
Nice
it?
one. I love it. The battle of the Nigerian fans. Stay tuned on Smooth 98.1. Straight after the break, we'll come back to that particular review.
Yep. So 1 minute. Let's keep it tight and simple.
The loyalists versus the Agberos. I'm waiting for the Chelsea fans to come for me.
She just called you Aguero.
Agberos.
We take it.
Agberos. The loyalists versus the noisemaker.
We take it. Make noise where you have it. Would you rather be poor and classy or rich and raz?
Rich and Raz.
Rich and
Rich and Raz. By the time I'm rich and Raz, people want to be Raz. Who's poor and classy help? You'll be eating your Gary with fork and knife.
Gary is expensive. You'll be able to afford Gary.
Exactly.
You'll be able to afford
Oh,
Gary.
No. You be wearing your cricket with heels.
I'm telling
No.
Oh, you'll be speaking your phone and face me, I slap you.
Telling your landlord, I'm sorry, Mr. Chuku. I cannot afford this month's rent.
Please, I need to use the toilet.
How many minutes do you require to finish taking a shower? Mama Blessing. I'm gonna say this only once. Tell Blessing to stop pulling in my front
You
yard.
just be like, no, you won't say Mama Blessing. You just be like, you call her son name. No, you be like, Miss Chuku, could you tell your daughter Blessing
Yeah.
to stop?
No, because I'm Miss Chuku, she won't know who you're talking to.
No, that's where your class has taken you to. Because you're
Listen, Mama Blessing,
Mama
who collected my spoon?
you be catwalking to hop on a damn phone.
Stop! Tell the driver to stop! Driver, stop!
There's this thing, there's this joke like that. There's a video I saw a long time ago. So one Benin girl, no disrespect to Benin people, that's how a car splashed water on her. And she just shouted, "Oh, Romeo!" I said, "Oh, I mean, ouch." Sister.
Oh my goodness. Thank you for some phone. I have less than a minute. Sorry.
You don't have a minute, so people all want to be Raz. People have sold your integrity for money. You don't need class. So why they send you to school? You know, because he went to school too.
You can learn
money I
to have
have.
class if you have money.
No, you can't learn
I said that.
it. You can't learn it. If you can learn it, MC Oloma will be
so
here.
yeah. Don't let me begin to mention it because we are live on YouTube.
But
The people in Nigeria that have no money but money but no class.
exactly, there are plenty.
And governors, presidents.
Yes, they don't learn
You
it.
set out to learn it. Like if you have the money and you want
See,
it.
the one that said there is God though. Did this stop her from being
See, the exposure does not. It's too late. You know, you have been set in stone by the time they.
Alright, let's come back. Ain't nobody do it like I do.
You're welcome back to the show. This is the Locker Room 981. You're listening to Smooth Breakfast with I am Myra Essay.
And Valentine, Ugu.
We've got Tega, no Jaife, Tega Supreme here. The line is 014489981. Please
Yes.
call us to predict.
And the topic is for you to analyze the game this weekend between Chelsea and Arsenal. So analyze in 1 minute.
And give us a prediction.
Yes, at the end of it all.
at the end of it all.
014489981 is the number. We'll go on to the next story, but please, at any point in time, feel free to interrupt us because we want to hear our online pundits or
yeah.
pundits.
And if you meet the locker room inside the locker room, I don't know what to say, man. But you can go to YouTube and catch up.
Right, so I'm telling you, YouTube. Tottenham lose first match in Conference League. Tottenham boss Nuno Espirito Santo said the club's feel-good factor disappeared as they were beaten by Pacos de Ferreira in the Europa Conference League playoff first leg. He said nobody likes to lose a game. Nobody likes to not play good. The feel-good factor disappeared. This is football, ups and downs. The players have to bounce back. When the story is long, the decision was to try to give minutes to players, to get minutes on their legs and increase the levels of fitness. Of course, things take some time. I would decide the same. We need all the players this season.
Okay, so I will say this for Tottenham. First of all, the entire team 11 that started against Manchester City was completely changed for this particular game in the Conference League. However, I would say this. If they're paying you a salary, you have to play. Do you understand? You bought players for Tottenham Hotspur so that they can compete in different tournaments.
Yeah.
Because you cannot be using the same 11 for the Premier League, the FA Cup, the Carabao Cup, then the Conference League. Habamana. When there are other people sitting on the bench doing what? So he's going to have to use the entire team. So yes, regardless of the fact that the top first 11 was changed or the entire team was changed, you need to still play again. So he cannot use the excuse, which is why he's saying we need the entire squad. They cannot use the team to pretend. And so that's it. But in other news, I'd like to also mention that Jose Mourinho's Roma won. Just in case, like I'm trying to banter Tottenham. I'm just saying that your former manager's team is information I'm giving since we're in the locker room.
Yeah, absolutely.
So Tottenham lost the first leg, it doesn't mean that they can't go through after if they win the second leg, or should they win the second leg. I'm just saying that Jose Mourinho's team won, just as part of to balance
Just
the
to balance- of course,
so
I
that you
know
have
that.
all sides of the
I like
story. It's
that
not
about
banter.
you.
It's not
You're
banter.
balanced.
Mm.
Balanced.
Balanced.
Thank you.
So really tough one for Nuno's. I mean, because think about it. Some people never heard of Paco Ferreira until
Even me, I was like,
until yesterday. They're like, Paco who?
and coming up from that high of beating Man City to now come and lose to a Paco, it's a bit.
Ayo, is the way you're even pronouncing it. But here's what was interesting. So there was an ad that this team made to preview the match. And the ad, the boy was sitting, the younger guy sitting with the older guy, so I'm assuming his father and son. And he says, we're playing a team in London. And he says, oh, is it Chelsea? They said, no, that one qualified for Champions League. This Arsenal. They said, no, they didn't even qualify for Europe. They said, it must be West Ham. The other one, like, no. The other one said, oh, it could be Crystal Palace. They mentioned basically, and it could be Fulham. They mentioned all the other teams in London, but the Spurs.
Oh, wow.
Then, so the person that the advert came out from the TV and now gave them the Tottenham logo. They're like, oh, it has to be these guys. And so with that advert running, that's when you should have beaten the team, so that the team will learn respect.
Oh,
He
my
went
goodness.
to lose to the team. So
Oh,
I don't know.
no.
I mean, Nuno
Such
can
disrespect.
bounce back this weekend with a
Yeah.
win, and
Thank
all
you.
will be forgotten.
And Olufemi, I hope you heard that. Olufemi is saying, what will Ayo do now that Tottenham has lost after just one day? Remember that it's a long season. No, beating City is not enough. Remember that we're going to bounce back. We're coming back.
All right. So Lionel Messi will not be included in Paris Saint-Germain squad for Friday's League One game. That's today's game at Brest. French daily L'Equipe reported, adding that his former Barcelona teammate Neymar has also been left out. Now, earlier yesterday, Thursday, PSG manager Mauricio Pochettino had left open the possibility that Messi could feature against Brest when he declined to specify whether the six-time Ballon d'Or winner would finally make his debut.
Okay, this one is tough, Sha. Because, I mean, you unveiled the guy, and everybody's expecting to see this guy perform in his new team, and he's still not performing. So the thing is, they're saying because he hadn't played for a while, fitness is not yet up to par, so they don't want to try him out. Give him 10 minutes now. Let's see something. Do you understand? You bought new shoe, won't wear it to church. Just bring it out and feature.
Give him 10
Give it 10 last 10 minutes of the game, probably when you're probably leading. You just put him on the team sheet so that we have hope. But they're saying his fitness is not up to par because he hasn't played since he went to, so he didn't have a preseason because of the situation with Barcelona, and he hasn't played since he won the Copa America. That's such a long time. That's more than a month out. So that's why they're waiting to bring him back in. And also Neymar's fitness is still a little questionable. That's why they're not featuring. But really tough one, and the expectation and the excitement was palpable until this news dropped. So if you had paid that subscription so that you can watch today's match, you'd have waited though. You'd have waited for this press conference to come out before you pay. But it will be interesting to see what he would look like, and I think that's what everybody's eagerly anticipating. Even the Ligue 1 is awaiting this guy to come and feature so that their league will start really, because a lot of eyes have started watching PSG since he moved in. I mean, think about it. Even in the locker room, how many times do we talk of PSG every week?
Exactly.
Let me just confess. How many times do we talk of PSG every week?
And now they make a feature every week.
Now they make a feature every week. They make a feature on Monday for good measure. You understand?
Fantastic. I like that opinion. That's how
So really huge deal. We need to see this. So we wait again in anticipation because it's not happening this weekend. But still, you can call Chelsea versus Arsenal.
I want to hear you guys.
Where
my former Arsenal,
I feel like it's just because people have taken for granted Arsenal is going to lose.
No, I don't think so.
Come and analyze.
Although Dako sent a very rude picture.
He says rude.
Calling Arsenal, he said they were a heart attack. Others are special attack, this attack. and he claims to be an Arsenal fan.
I saw one that the referee was looking at the VAR to see if Arsenal was a real club or a night club. What's happening here?
Oh gosh, all right. So B says the only negative reason to watch PSG is to watch Messi, Mbappe, and Neymar together. All right, okay.
Okay, if you say it's a negative reason.
Inter Milan kick off the new Serie A season on Saturday in the midst of fan protests and money troubles that threaten to derail their title defense. Before it has even begun, a dramatic summer for the champions reached its lowest ebb last week when star striker Romelu Lukaku was sold to Chelsea, a transfer that enraged not just supporters but reportedly also CEO Giuseppe Marotta and new coach Simone Inzaghi. The Gazzetta dello Sport reported that Inter's cash-strapped Chinese owners, Sonin, forced the sale of Belgium forward Lukaku after having already offloaded Buccaneering right-back Ashraf Hakimi, a key figure in their first Serie A triumph since 2010, to Paris Saint-Germain.
Okay, so here is what I heard during the summer break, that Inter Milan were in so much trouble they may have to liquidate the club. That was huge for me. I was like, where is this news coming from? How do you win the Scudetto and then we are liquidated the next season? But obviously, that was somebody just painting a grimmer picture.
Yep.
But what the reality is they are struggling financially. So they were always going to lose a lot of players. I think Antonio Conte already had an insight to this, that he was going to lose half the team he won the Scudetto with, which is why he said, you know what, let me leave before people kick me out with your results. So the sales, and the truth be told, I think Morata is upset. Simone Inzaghi wasn't ready for this team that he's getting. He thought he was getting the team that won the championship, and now they may be taking this team out piece by piece. And their sales are not finished. If they get teams that can give them good money for some good players, those players are gone tomorrow. If somebody brings good money for Lautaro Martinez, gone. The whole team can ideally just guys are just trying to make their money back. So Morata is all about the footballing side. Yes, he's a finance guy, but he's also about the pride of Inter Milan, the Italian pride of Inter Milan. The Chinese guys are like, let's balance these books. They're not balancing. Okay, sell. And that's where they are. It's a business to them at the end of the day. So it's really a sad one. But the Italian Serie A starts this weekend, and it's beginning to look, to all intents and purposes, that they may not be able to defend their title, and this will come down to from the very scratch. A lot of people would have said, okay, with Juventus bringing in their new coach Allegri, and still having pretty much the same team, that Juventus were always going to be favorites to win this title. But now Inter Milan has just rolled over and handed over the title to anybody that is ready to take it. So yes, the Serie A is up for grabs now. Juventus still the favorites to win, but with guys like Jose Mourinho at Roma and with AC Milan in the mix, I'd like to see a little. I'm just waiting for the Mourinho drama, and I'm not really sure about the results. I'm just waiting for the drama. So with all the other names popping up, it looks a tough one. Sorry, it is certainly a tough one for Inter Milan to retain their title. I don't see them doing it.
All right, Samuel Onyoku says Arsenal know how to surprise fans. They'll beat Chelsea 2-1 or 2-0. Chelsea will come in overconfident and they will be humbled.
I like that analysis.
I like that. I'm an unashamed fan.
Being corrected, a typo error. So he meant only reason to watch PSG is to watch Messi back.
I would have been surprised.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. For those comments, we appreciate you. Emeka Onelum says on the WhatsApp, as an Arsenal fan, I'm not optimistic with the Chelsea game. No Aubameyang, no Lacazette, no Thomas Partey, no Gabriel. Maybe I'll just watch the match with one eye closed while saying the last play.
I think it's a good thing when you people anticipate, realistically, so that it reduces the impact of disappointment.
No, it doesn't. Disappointment. Sometimes you go.
I'm trying to give them aspire to
We'll be here. So you know what you do for me?
What?
After the Arsenal match, watch Arsenal TV. You know that the disappointment never leaves, whether it was expected or not. Just watch Arsenal TV, see the reaction, then you know.
That is I sleep and wake up to that. Arsenal to win, shock win, says Maiwa from Omole. These are the people that are going to be an Arsenal team. All right, thank you all very much for being a part of the conversation. A big thanks, as always, to the one and only numero uno, Tega Onojaife, aka Tega Supreme of the LIS fame. If you'd like to see the work she does with ladies in sports, check out LIS International on social media platforms and go onto their website,
www.ladiesinsport.com.
Fantastic. All right, who's ready for some great music after this break?
I am not.
Love.
Yay! I survived. I
Thank
my
you.
essay. Thank you.